Gonna give it a second, everybody. Give people a second to come in. I hope you guys can hear me. So it's Saturday morning, and I woke up a little while ago, put a pot of coffee on, and got a download. So I felt like I should come on and talk about what Spirit said. So the first thing was, the Lion's Gate is coming. And don't mind me, I am like, I didn't even take my shower yet, okay? My hair looks crazy. I didn't beat my face, you feel me? But when a download comes through, what's good, Evelyn? I gotta come on and talk about what Spirit wants y'all to know, regardless of how I'm looking, okay? So, yeah, I got a download this morning. What's good, Cynthia? And it was about the Lion's Gate. So for those of you that have been with me for a minute, okay, and you were with me for last year's Lion's Gate, you guys know that there was an extended video done just like this about the Lion's Gate and about how last year it was a thing about, what's good, Nelson? It was a thing about the divine feminine having to walk through basically the portal of 8-8. Oh, thank you. Basically walking through the portal of 8-8 on her own, okay, being a leader. And that the divine masculine, whether you were with the divine masculine or not, this would be like a GPS signal that would start pinging, and this would start calling this abundance, this this awakening, and this union. It would be triggered by the divine feminine taking on the assignment. Well, I got a download this morning about what this Lion's Gate offers us in a new timeline, okay? Because we have stepped into the new timeline. And there is, it feels like two worlds happening simultaneously, okay? And maybe it's closer to three. What's good, Pink? Maybe it's closer to three, right? Because we have those that took the assignment, right, and have been on their ascension journey. We have those that refuse to take it, but they are starting to awaken now. And then those that were completely asleep and don't see any kind of change happening, right? So if you look at the three groups, right, that first group that already took the assignment, I feel like those are the people that are my viewers, okay? Because a lot of what I'm talking about in these readings has to do with continuing the journey and not starting the journey, okay? But let's say you've been on this journey, right? And a large part of the beginning of the ascension journey is recognizing who is not in alignment with you, okay? What parts of your 3D existence is disrupting your higher self, or the 5 parts of yourself, right? And I feel like for those people that have been on this ascension journey, this leg of the journey is not about, because we've already gone through the season. What's good, Frequency Connects? We've already gone through the season of this massive purge. Okay, we cut off a lot of people. Okay, the people I'm talking to, we've cut off a lot of people. We may have moved. We may have shed relationships, associations. We may have started businesses. There's a lot of changes going on in our life, right? But now we're going to be tested in a different way, because I feel like the people that have taken on the assignment, They're chosen, right? But they're chosen because they chose the assignment, right? We're all God's children, or whatever name you want to assign to that energy, right? So you chose this assignment, and I've been saying for quite some time that these people, thank you, Evelyn. I see you just joined the Lion's Gate. But I feel like part of what we're supposed to be doing right now is learning how to cope when you can't separate for whatever reason, or whether okay, so let me back up a little bit, right? So I have been saying for a couple months now that a lot of people were being put in circles to assist others to as like a lighthouse, right? So that they can follow your growth, or your, because everybody's ascension journey is slightly different, right? So by you showing your ascension journey, other people may do it slightly differently, but it will be your the vision of what you have accomplished that inspires them to do that. Okay? So this is what I'm saying, right? So let's say that you have completed a particular part of your ascension where you recognize now you've shed a lot, okay? You've worked on your inner child, and now you're in the stage of you're putting the 5 pieces of yourself together, right? Well, somebody else who is just learning to deal, who's going through their shadow or is trying to heal their inner child, they could watch you and be very inspired, okay? So there's that portion, right? Then there's also, because I feel like, okay, for me, and I have said this before in lives, right? I do a lot of my meditation in the shower, not just because of timing, right? Because I'm trying to do multiple things at the same time, but also because the water helps me to connect with the Divine Mother, right? One of the things that I always say when I am meditating in the shower is, what I say is, help me to help more people. I say that all the time. Help me to help more people, right? And that's the thing. And I say, and as I help more people, I help myself. This is something I say daily. Help me to help more people. And as I help more people, I help myself. And this is what this Lion's Gate is going to be about. Okay, this is exactly the download that I got. That basically, as we assist other people, we are actually furthering our purpose, and we are healing unseen parts of ourselves. Now, this doesn't mean sacrificial. I didn't say sacrifice, okay? We have to recognize that some of what we're doing, we have to be a little selfish in that, okay? You can't trade your energy or give things you don't have, okay? And then end up with a empty cup. So you have to first practice filling your own cup. But I feel like most of the people that are my followers have already accomplished that, right? So if you have a perpetually full cup and you're starting to learn how to maintain that frequency, then it's like spirit is saying, okay, you can start pouring into people's cups again, as long as you monitor your frequency and that you're not allowing your frequency to be compromised by helping other people. And this is the leg of the journey that we're in, that we have to learn how to give the freely the frequency of love and assistance, the same frequency of love and assistance that the divine has given us, to others without compromising our forward growth. Okay? And this is part of the journey that we're on. And I feel like this is the assignment that we have for this year. Okay? So it's almost like you're being tested, is if you can help others Okay, which means that this could be a hectic year for us from now to June of next year, right? That's when the astrological year changes, right? You could be learning now that in this portion, because it feels like a lot of us have already let go of people, places, and things that don't suit us anymore, right? So now we're down to the people that we need, and that they need us. Okay, that these people are part of our journey, even if it's just to complete a lesson and then you move on from them, right? So that means that right now what you're trying to learn how to do is to be present and yet not lose your frequency, right? So these aren't relationships that you want to get rid of. Okay. Now, for some of you, there still may be a person or two that you have to purge, or let's say once you help them with something, you may feel, or they may feel like, okay, this journey is complete. Now we're going to go our separate directions, and that's fine. Right. But it's about learning how to not trade your frequency, to be whole in where you are, be authentic in where you are, and not and yet not have to isolate, and yet not have to be in hermit mode. Okay, because I feel like from once the virus started and we all went in, although we've emerged, we haven't really fully emerged with giving of our frequency. Okay. Right. And that's why, Pink, that's exactly why, because this is what we're supposed to be learning now. Right? What's good, L cubed, right? So last year was about getting rid of shit that didn't serve us. This year is about, okay, so now I did all this work about maintaining a particular frequency. Now, what do I do with that? Am I going to stay in a bubble? No, you can't do that, because then you would miss out on other segments of life. So now we're being asked to go out and maintain the frequency. Right? This is not only going to help other people when we pour into their cups, but it's going to help us, because we're going to become more powerful, more self-assured, more aligned. Okay? Because we'll know that we've tested the theory that we can hold the frequency. And I always say that the light workers, or like people in position like me, like we go through the energy a few weeks ahead. And I've been in that energy of testing how open my heart is. Okay? Of showing compassion, even to some people that didn't necessarily show compassion to me. Okay? And not because I have to. Not because I have to. What's good, Tamila? Okay, not because I have to show compassion to somebody, but because it's birthed in my soul to want to. Okay? It's birthed in my soul to want to. And I'm trusting in spirit. I had a particular situation, and I won't go into the details. I'll just give you a summation. I had a person who was challenging me for several years through a relationship that I couldn't sever. Okay? It wasn't my relationship to sever. All right? And so it put me in close proximity with somebody who did not respect me. Okay? And this situation went on for a few years, and I isolated, myself. I cut off as much as I could within the parameters of the situation, right? And then something happened that caused everybody to have to come into vicinity of each other. And I could have chosen to stay in that frequency, to be like, okay, well, I'm gonna be here, but I ain't really gonna be here because fuck these people or fuck this person, right? But the light worker in me was like, whether or not this person deserves my forgiveness is not the point, right? The point is, if I live by a particular moral code, right? If I live by a particular lifestyle, should I treat this person differently if I'm aware that if that situation was to somebody that did respect me, that I would do something for them, or that I would show compassion, right? So then it would be like me using a particular situation to be vengeful. And I decided that, you know what, that is not in my character. It's not in my character. And I don't want that shit to be part of my character. And does it mean that this person will change their opinion? Maybe, maybe not. That's not the fucking point of it. But when I go to sleep at night, I will sleep good knowing that I did the right thing, right? That the conversation is between me and spirit, not between me and this person. That my growth is not coming from trying to earn something from this person, right? But it has to do with me and my relationship with spirit and what I'm trying to evolve into my highest person. And maybe the fact that I do that, whether this person has a different view of me or not, maybe they will show that compassion when they get to that point in their journey to someone else who fucking needs it. Right? So that's real growth, right? So then the realization is that, you know, you got to be your best version of yourself all the time. And it may not always be to the people you feel deserve it, right? But there were people who felt you didn't deserve things either, right? And that's not their business to judge, and it ain't mine either, right? So maybe that's the leg of the walk. Maybe this portal is talking about us being able to stand in the new version of ourselves. And while these people who are being pushed into this awakening by force, that they're going to need assistance. And we may actually have to reach back, put our hands out and say, I will help you. I won't help you with sacrificing my own growth. And I won't give you more than I have to give. And I won't reduce my own frequency. But I have come far enough now that I can give in the energy of love without expecting something in return, just because I've been filled that much by the light of spirit, or by the light of God, or by whatever name you want to put to it. Okay? So I feel like this is what spirit wants us to do for those that have been on this walk, right? And I feel like this portal of the seven of the Lion's Gate is about you learning how to hold your progress while you're still in this journey, and not taking steps back, not not falling back asleep. Okay, not falling back asleep. Because if you are solely on this journey to get the high, I was talking to a friend of mine and I was like, when you've evolved, when you start getting pissed off because somebody's triggering you, and then you realize, like, nah, I'm not going to give the person the ability to do that, because I've learned the price of my frequency is so valuable that I'm not willing to give it freely. Okay, so that's what the portal is about. And I feel like what this ritual is going to assist us to do is that if you are willing to stay in that energy and to continue to take the assignment and to continue to allow yourself to be an open vessel, okay, even not knowing the outcome, because I also feel like this ritual and this year is about us pushing forward on the mission without knowing what the outcome is going to be, right? the ritual opens the door to abundance as the reward for the walk, for the work, for the trust in spirit, in the divine, in yourself. Okay, so and some of you who are new may want to go back. I may take you a little bit to scroll down to last year and watch the video that I did about the Lion's Gate last year. And it tells you how I came to this journey. It tells you a lot about, my personal growth. But I feel like it's a continuation. Okay, but this time, last time we had a walkthrough by ourselves. And this time it's like we're in the lead, but we're walking through with others. This time we get to offer our hand for those who want to follow, but we can't pull them. Okay, they have to choose the way you chose. And that's what this is about. Okay, so I really wanted to come on because when I opened my eyes and I started to have my morning coffee, it was like spirit was like, you know what this Lion's Gate is about, right? It's about learning how to hold the new you. It's about being able, we was in hermit mode. It's like being a small child. What's good, soulful sister? It's like being a child and you can't go out alone because you're too young to go out alone, right? So that's how we were. We were in a protective bubble, right? But now it's like we're starting to be trusted to walk to school alone. That's what we're in. We're walking alone, okay? And this is the test, okay? Oh, thank you, Pink. This is what this is. It's like a test, right? Can you walk? Because you're never really walking alone. I remember when I first started letting my kids, this is a great analogy to explain to you, right? When my son, my oldest, Steven, when he started to walk to school alone, I followed him. I let him believe that he was walking alone. I also was paying the crossing guard to tell me how he was doing, right? So spirit is walking with you, but you're gonna think you're walking alone because it's like a test. Like, can you cross the street alone? Will you look both ways? Will you recognize danger? Will you assist those that need help? This is the journey. This is the leg. This is what this year is representing for us. So this is what the Lion's Gate is to help you with. Okay, this is, and I can't speak for other people who are doing rituals. There's going to be a lot of us doing rituals, but I can only tell you what my spirit guide, what my team is saying they're going to be helping my collective with. Okay, so this is, for us to get stronger. All right, stronger in our new. It's windy. For us to get stronger, more confident, and more authentic. All right, so if you guys got questions, because, I'm out here drinking my fucking coffee. It's not, even though I finished the download, like, we could just chit chat before I go take my shower. And we always walk with spirits, whether we recognize it or not, okay? But I feel like this Lion's Gate brings a new level of growth, a new level of personal ascension, and the ability to spread that to your immediate collective. Okay? And I have said many times on the channel, especially you guys that have been with me for a while, sometimes, this world can be a heavy place. And sometimes the only time people see God or the energy of God or the energy of spirit is through somebody else's light, okay? Maybe they've had such a hard life that they have not seen love, kindness. They've only seen the harshness of life, right? So how you comport yourself, okay? How you comport yourself is is a reflection of the divine. And I feel like this is what spirit is saying. Like, you've taken the assignment, you've done a lot of work on yourself. Sorry if the mailman's coming, so it might get loud for a second. But you've done this assignment, right? And you've taken this on. Now it's time to start your journey of going back into the world without fear of losing your forward motion, and also being able to give freely in the energy of love with discernment. We can never forget discernment. It took us so long to obtain that. We can never but you can't unsee what you already saw. So I feel like that's part of what spirit is saying. Okay? That spirit is saying, I want to prove to you that you can't unsee or unlearn your growth. And the only way they can prove that to us is by exercising us, allowing us to exercise our spiritual muscle in the collective. All right. So I feel like that's where we're at. Okay. The chat was kind of going faster and it disappears. I can't really follow the comments like I normally do. But I feel like there's a big chapter of growth coming. Okay. And it's very important. And I've been saying it, we've been doing a lot of heavy readings on the channel about what's happening in the collective. Okay. But spirit is testing us, right? Can you hold the frequency of growth? Can you hold that and not trade all the work you've done? Right? And I feel like we've been doing that for the last few months, especially since the solar summer solstice. Okay? And spirit's like, you did it, right? You didn't cave, right? You might have been uncomfortable. Right? You might have been uncomfortable, but you're holding strong. Test yourself. Allow yourself to allow yourself to see how far you come. Allow yourself to see how magical you are. And we will reward you for that. Okay? So I feel like this is what the Lion's Gate is doing for us this year. Okay? Are there any questions? And how are you guys feeling right now? How are you coping with this frequency that feels very new? And I don't want to say unstable because that's not the right word, but I feel like the energies are shifting daily. So how are you guys maintaining your frequency? What's helping you maintain right now? I mean, for me, I feel like what's helping me maintain is that a lot of sleep to recharge, yes. And I have been oversleeping every day, which is weird. I feel like I don't know what the hell is going on in my life. I do a lot of self-care, yes. I'm in my glory, but sleep schedule is all over. Yes. So that is part of it. We're supposed to be recharging. That's how you maintain. You watch me. Well, I'm glad to be of assistance. Being out in nature and journaling, right? You need to find little ways that make you feel energy or a frequency of trust, right? So you may not necessarily be able to trust in what's happening around you because people are volatile right now, right? But you can trust in the relationship that you built with spirit, okay? Because that part is true, right? And once you can fully surrender that no matter what comes in your direction, the divine is going to assist you, and that it's all part of your growth, then it becomes easier, right? And I feel like for me, I have a lot of things that are going on that have no like I know what the end game is to be, but I don't know how, what exact road spirit is like purposely saying to me, okay, because this is where I am, right? Trust me, put your blinders on, right? And trust that your third eye, that all your other, the six clairs will kick in. And I have been living in that energy for at least 6 months. And I don't see that to be closing until the end of this calendar year. Okay? So this is about walking in faith, but a different type of faith, right? A faith in spirit, but faith in yourself. And that's the new part, right? Because many of us have been brought up in systems that believe that we have to give faith completely over to an entity or into something that is unseen, right? And we still have a part of that in spirituality, right? But part of it is recognizing your own personal power, your own personal divinity, your own personal connection, right? So the new part of this is recognizing and cherishing and respecting and being led by your own fucking divinity. Okay? So, and that to me is a huge blessing. Not only a huge blessing, but it is a huge relief, right? That you were created to be strong enough to conquer anything that comes in your way. Okay, that you have all the pieces of your that you need within yourself. This is what we are. It's like we got the download that that's the case, right? Yes, it's like walking in the dark in your house, but knowing what, yeah, knowing where everything is, right, and knowing that you're gonna be fine, right? And I feel like we got the download that we are divine. But spirit's like, but now I'm gonna prove it to you. I'm gonna prove to you how divine you are because you did all this work, and I'm gonna show you that you can't give up your progress unless you give it up voluntarily, right? That your cup can be perpetually full if you choose to be. If you put the work into raising your frequency, and not only will your cup stay perpetually full, but you'll see that you'll be able to fill others' cup, right? And that's a fucking beautiful thing to find out how fucking magical you are. Okay, so spirit is about to prove it to us. Okay, and I feel like this Lion's Gate is to usher in that, to give us the strength, all right, and also to reward us for those who decide that, yes, I take this mission too. Yes, I'm gonna step out on faith. Yes, I believe in what I have poured into myself. Yes, I believe that I have a pact with spirit, with the divine, and that this is divinely guided, okay, that it is part of the greater plan, and that nothing can deter me but me. Nothing can deter me but me. Okay, so that was pretty much the message that I wanted to give y'all. I'll give you guys a second if you have any questions, but then I'm gonna go take a shower because it's hot as fuck out here. Yes, because you know, and I spoke about that in that last Lionsgate video that I did last year, about how I didn't know that I had gifts because I thought that everybody had them, right? So if you're born with particular gifts, you won't know that you have that gift until you realize that others don't. Okay? And I appreciate you guys as well, because through the downloads that spirit gives me to give you guys, I also learn, like I said, help me to help others. And through helping others, I help myself. Right? So if you always had these gifts and you didn't recognize them, you only recognize that you have these gifts through realizing that other people don't, right? So this is what herbs candles best suit this time to calm energy around. So I feel like if you're having trouble with frequency right now, or I should say if you want to calm down some of the energy, okay, lavender is always good. Lavender is always good. Rosemary, thyme, okay, sage, fresh sage, right? Bay leaves. These are some of the common ones, easily obtainable ones that will help you to maintain. Okay, a lot of salt baths. Okay, if you got Florida water, put them in. Okay, and you might realize, like, sometimes we're so in the 3D that take um we don't take stock of how much we have accomplished, right? We don't take stock of how much we have accomplished. And maybe this is a good time now that we're approaching this Leo new moon, right? In preparation for the Lionsgate. Maybe it's time. I think this would be a good assignment, especially for those of you that have signed up or plan to sign up for the Lionsgate ritual that we're doing on August 8th. Maybe it's time to look at the last year, right? Look at the last year, what you accomplished since the last Lionsgate, right? What you still want to accomplish, right? Now, for those of you that sign up, I'm going to ask you, and I actually was going to send it out tomorrow. You guys have to be ready to write your manifestation. Oh, thank you. I'm so happy to be of assistance to be able to bring us all together, because I feel like on this page we are very much like-minded souls, okay? So part of the assignment, the only thing that I request for you to do for the manifestation ritual that I'm going to be doing on the Lionsgate is I want you to email me your manifestation, and I'm going to put it in your jar, okay? So I think I'm going to close registration to the Lionsgate probably around the 3rd or the 4th of August, okay? Just so I can get everybody's stuff together, make sure I have everybody's manifestation together, and everything together, okay? So I want to be letting you guys know that, okay? So that way you don't think like, oh, I can wait till like the 7th. No, you can't. It will be closed before that, because I have to have everybody's manifestation printed out. I like to do each jar individually and bless them, and so I need a few days, okay? So 3rd or the 4th, it's gonna be closed, okay? So you guys, and part of what I said last year, and I'll reiterate it, right? You can do rituals at any time. You don't have to wait for a portal day or whatever, right? But when we have a big portal day like that, it's like, envision you trying to push a nail into a sheetrock on the wall. You could do it. You'll be there for fucking hours, but you'll eventually push it in far enough where you can hang that picture, right? But the portal represents the hammer. Okay? It's a tool to assist you to do something with greater ease. Okay? So you have the gold jar from, yes, and I'm doing smaller gold jars this year. And I'm actually last year I had it done differently, because what I was doing was I sent out candles for you guys to burn with me. But I feel like certain people, they had trouble doing it on the same day. This is easier. I'm going to do it all for you guys. And I'm actually thinking about using a couple different ones. I will not. Oh, I thought you meant read them out loud. No, I would never do that. But I will read your manifestation. And if I feel like it needs some help, I will contact you and we will discuss how it could be better worded. And if I hit you up like that, don't take it as an offense, okay? It means that I want to teach you the proper language so that way your things come in with ease, because we always talk about lack, right? We want to make sure that we don't write our manifestation in a way that infuses lack into it. So usually that is the only thing that I like to assist people. I like to usually leave your own words unless I feel like you've used some key words that's going to initiate the frequency of lack. And yes, I will hit you up and let you know, and we'll discuss how it should be worded. Okay? So, yeah. I really feel like this one's going to be good. I feel like this is probably something we'll be doing yearly. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like the Lionsgate portal, the sun represents the self, right? So this is one of the portals where you can get the most personal growth, per my opinion. Okay. So you know, and there's people in here that were with me last year that can attest that they had some very positive outcomes. Okay. And we're always gonna have, you know, some bullshit that comes, you know, into our life. But I feel like a spirit is not doing that to punish us, is doing that to show us, either to redirect us or to show us that we have the skills to overcome something that we thought, you know, we couldn't. All right. So I'm not going to keep you guys any longer. I look crazy out here. I'm hot as hell. I'm going to go take a shower. But I did want to talk to you guys. Because whether you choose to do the Lion's Gate with me or not, I want you to understand what this season is about, okay? And to have faith in yourself. Can you have this? Well, if you want your jar this year, then for those of you that do, you can hit me up and we can talk about that. And what I'll do is I'll ship it, but then you have to pay for the shipping because I didn't do that, okay? So that's up to you guys. You know, you guys can hit me up personally. Listen, when you purchase it, you know, put your phone number. I will shoot you a text if you want your jar, okay? I wonder if these solar flares, I was just reading a comment and it disappeared. I'm not going to be able to pull it up. Shit. Something about the solar flares. Can you retype that, hun? I didn't even get to catch your name. It was something Jessica. I'll give you a second, babe. But while we're waiting for Jessica to retype her comment, you know, even if you don't do the Lionsgate with me, I want you guys to know what this season is about for you guys. What does it mean? Why are we being pushed to go back out into the collective after we've done so much work? Because Spirit wants you to know that you can, and that your progress is unshakable if you decide that that's what you want. Okay, Jessica, are you still there? Can you rewrite that comment?
This is a test.
Sorry, guys. I have a town alarm. I wonder if solar flares are showing up this powerful season is going to be. Yes.
Only a test.
Let me just wait till that stops. Right? Now, all the dogs in the neighborhood howl when they hear that guy talk over the loudspeaker. So just in case you hear that. But I feel like the solar flares are to show us the intensity of the return of the Divine Mother. It's the season, right? And I do feel like it is creepy. That's what it sounds like when they be giving, when I be coming on and talking about, yo, they have a tornado watch or a hurricane watch. That shit goes off and every animal in the neighborhood goes nuts. Can you give me 1 second? Because my son is texting me. I don't want to. Hold on. Promise. Yeah, you can go, but I'm on live. I'm on the porch, okay? Sorry, guys. I love that my 18-year-old still asks permission to go places. I don't know how much longer that shit gonna last, but I'm gonna take it. Um, I feel like kind of lost my train of thought, but the solar flares, right? So it's coming back with a very strong intensity, right? And I feel like, and it's just like I said to you guys last year, when we see these frequency changes, right? Well, this is them testing the system. It's not an actual emergency. They do it every Saturday at 12 noon. They test the system to make sure it's functioning. Okay, but when it's real, it sounds like a bullhorn, and all the animals go insane. But these solar flares, right? So these solar flares, and I have told you guys before, rather than being afraid of a particular energy, learn how to harness it and what area can you apply it to that it would be most useful. In other words, if we've got heavy Pluto energy, right? And Pluto is death and transformation, right? And you feel this heavy frequency of death and transformation, and you feel like shit is falling away. Go clean out your closets. Go, go put it to an area that needs death and transformation rather than fearing, oh my goodness, I feel Plutonian energy. What's about to die? You see, that's not the way. Harness it and apply it to an area that needs transformation. And this is how you become the master of your frequency. All right. And this is what this channel is about learning how to be the master of your frequency. So every time, and let me tell you something else. Some of yous are fully aware, I'm not the only reader you guys follow, I'm sure, right? And you'll see that some readers are doing rituals every month. And listen, there's nothing wrong with that. I personally prefer to do bigger energies. Like, I'm not out here trying to sell you guys a ritual every month and do all that. Okay, I let you guys know when I feel, hey, this is gonna be a big one. Let's harness this. And I'm doing it for myself, so I'm including you guys to come along and piggyback off of that. You understand? But I'm not out here trying to sell you shit and listen, I have a shop. Do you see me tell you guys every time I'm on live, hey, go to the shop? No, I don't do that, right? Because if you need my assistance or you want my assistance, you'll come to me. I don't need to be on there trying to sell you shit every 5 minutes, okay? And maybe that would help me grow, but I feel like it's not genuine for me. I'm not knocking anybody else's hustle, okay? It's not genuine for me. All right, so that's pretty much what I wanted to talk to you guys about. All right, yeah, go enjoy your weekend. Go test your spiritual muscle, right? I feel like it's time. We've been in hermit mode long enough, okay? And we're gonna step out into the sun. All right, so that's what I have for you guys. I just wanted to say thank you to my returning subscribers for coming through and spending a little time with me. Okay, and if you're interested in the Lionsgate ritual, I will post it in the description box. Okay, if not, go to Lovely Soul Empress apothecary or lovelysoulempress.com, and you will find it there. Okay, go to products, scroll all the way down. It's the last product because it's the last one that I added. All right, and like I said, third or the fourth, I'm closing it because I have to do preparation for you guys. Okay, so I'm wishing you all light and love and blessings on blessings. Namaste, gang gang. Bye.